Thank you for volunteering for the concession booths at Handcart Days. We hope you will enjoy the service you are providing for your community during your shift. We can't think of a better way to honor the pioneers who settled this area than serving your community. Your service in our food booths provides affordable meals for people in the park. Without you, many families would not be able to afford the enjoyment of park activities during our celebration. We have the overwhelming task of setting up a restaurant in the middle of the park and adhering to Davis County Health Code, just like any restaurant does. We will even be inspected at some point during the celebration. That means that as you volunteer, you will be required to adhere to sanitary requirements, just like a restaurant employee would. Here are some things that you can do before you come to the park that will help you meet these requirements. Please dress in clean clothes that can be stained without regret. Health code requires that hair be pulled away from the face. People with short hair must wear a hat, and people with long hair must wear a hat in addition to pulling back their hair in some way. You can provide your own clean hat or wear one of our nice paper hats. Men with a beard must either shave before they come or wear a beard net, which will be available at the park. Bring as few personal items with you as possible. According to Davis County Health Code, personal items are not allowed in the food booth with you. We do have storage areas behind the food booths where a small bag and a water bottle can be stored. We will also have water available to volunteers near the booths. Before you come, please be aware of your shift, day, and time. You also need to know the booth you will be working in or your stake when you check in. Please wear closed-toed shoes. It is natural to wear sandals and flip-flops in July. Although health code does not require closed-toed shoes, many of our booths have hot oil and hot water, making it dangerous for uncovered toes. In addition, our booths are set up under beautiful trees. They provide shade for us, but their root systems require sturdy, comfortable shoes. Neck coolers are also helpful. The preferred age of volunteers is 16 years and older. However, young men and women who are younger than 16 may volunteer as long as they are volunteering with a parent or youth group leader. Please do not bring children under the age of 11 to wait for you in the booths while you are working your shift. Visitors or people who are not volunteers working in the booths are not allowed in the food preparation area. The celebration will be held at Bountiful City Park at 200 West and 400 North. Parking will be available at South Davis Recreation Center, Bountiful Junior High, Meadowbrook Elementary, or anywhere on the surrounding streets. If your shift is on Friday evening around parade time, please allow sufficient time to get to the park. You may have to park some distance away. When you get to the park, please check in at the control booth, located in the food booths. The food booths are located near the playground. Look for the row of white booths. You will find the control booth on the south side of the food booths or the side that is facing the street. Sign in and get a name tag. The volunteers at the control booth will give you tickets to either spend on food or park activities. You will then enter the food booth area and go to the hand washing station. At the hand washing station, you will put on an apron, and if you didn't bring your own hat, you will put on a hat and possibly a hairnet. You will then wash your hands and put on gloves. There will be people there to remind you about sanitary requirements that must be adhered to according to Davis County Health Code. You will then be ready to report to the shift supervisor in your assigned booth, where you will receive instructions on food preparation required in your booth. While you are working in your booth, please remember that at any time you touch personal items or anything that might make your gloves unsanitary, you will need to throw away your gloves, wash your hands again, and put on new gloves. If you need to go to the bathroom, please wash your hands in the bathroom and then come to the hand washing station in the food booths, where you will put on a new apron, wash your hands again, and put on new gloves. It is against Davis County Health Code to eat or drink in the food booths. This includes the food and drinks that you are preparing and selling in your food booth. If you want to test the product you are preparing, please be sure to step outside of the food preparation area. You can eat or drink in the storage areas or outside of the concession area. We also ask that you use the free tickets given to you at the control booth to pay for food items, even if it is the food item that you are preparing. This helps us with our inventory. Thank you for helping us meet the sanitary requirements with Davis County Health Department. As you are finishing up your shift, new volunteers will be coming in to replace you in the booth. Please train your replacement in the food preparation required for your booth. Food committee volunteers will try to get around and answer questions as quickly as possible, but you can help us make this transition go more smoothly by training the next group of volunteers. If you are working the last shift of the day, you will not need to train your replacement, but we will ask you to help us clean up your booth. If you are working the last shift on Friday, please be prepared to be busy and work hard the entire length of your shift. Our busiest time is after the parade and remains constant until 9:30 p.m. If you would like to eat at the park, you may want to come before your shift. Attached to this email, you will find a document that outlines the most important directions from this video that you will need to know before you come. Once again, thanks for your willingness to serve. Your contribution makes this celebration possible.